Well, folks, how are we doing? I hope, I see. Okay, let's see if we're a little bit better heard now. How about that? Scott, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Thanks, Scott. Bit of a nod. Mr. Williams, do you want to throw in a few words there?
Hello, everybody. Are you able to hear me?
See, that's just good
We're all
news.
good?
I'm going to move this. Yeah, perfect. Now I can see myself better. Nice, Scott. So, folks, welcome, and brand new week. International Women's Day today. I'm sure that means an awful lot to most of you. Given that right at this point in time, I don't think we've any ladies on the call. So pass it on to your mothers there. Happy International Women's Day. Good to see you all. So here's the next bit. We're going to focus today on going as quickly as possible through the hand techniques for all three groups that we have here. So the white belts, yellow belts, we're going to absolutely fly through that as kind of a bit of our warm-up and in between warm-up exercises. So I want to see how we get on with that. And then we're going to spend the last half of the session really working hard on some of the kicking progressions. And in particular today, looking at cycling. So we're going to do quite a bit on cycling today. So let's get started with something very, very simple. Parallel stance, shoulders this way, and we go Narani Sali after Mukha. And all I want is 8 of each exercise as we go. So, 1, 2, sit, neck, dasa, yasa, yoga, yada, anatomy. Once again, the same thing. Relaxing, hana. And we're doing 8. Relax, raise, drop. Find a little
That's
room,
it. So remember,
forward, 2 back, and we're going to be after the walking stance.
That's it. Remember, get all the toes forward.
Into it. Good. When we get there, we're going for our 4 top blocks, starting with outer forearm low block, blocking hand on top. And we go 4 times, 2 forward, 2 back, and then again. Okay? Change, knife hand low block, we go once more. 8 techniques, 2 forward, 2 back, and repeat.
That's it. Scott, come on, let's get it on top each time.
That's the trick, don't be one-sided, okay? Now we go on top and outer forearm rising block, so we're going this way. Shoulders fully facing, on top each time. Change it to knife hands. This time, we need the knife hand over the center of the forehead and 1 fist away. We go on top. On top. On top. Okay, that's our 4 top blocks. Now we change, half facing once again, shoulders at an angle. Knuckles in front of the shoulder. And for this block, we go underneath in a forearm middle block. And with that, that is all of the hand techniques for Elliot and Jean. Okay, that's all of yours. Done, done, done. Okay? So from here on in, I want you just thinking about how your techniques are going to progress. So try all of these next ones. You'll start to understand where you're going. So next one, we're doing punch and reverse punch in walking stances. We go forward. So it goes like this. Punch over my front foot. Down, up, down, punch over my reverse foot. So then this hand again. Punching here and here. And then I recycle back to the hip and go again. As I go back So let's try that 4 times each. Let's go. And the reverse punch. Yeah, and then you gotta use that reverse punch once again so it becomes the obverse. Okay. 1, 2. Go forward. 1, 2. Good try. Okay, and that's just one. Give that a little bit of practice. From 1, 2. And then when I move, I have to get this one back and recycle. Okay, this is all about recycling. Next one, low block and rising block. 2 separate techniques. We do low block, low facing, rising block. Let's try this one 8 times. On top, on top, 1, on top again, 2. Same hand both times.
And make sure we finish the first block. So definitely, the first block has to definitely be finished. Now, Scott, take the time in between each block. So it should be very clear that the first block finished before you start the next one. There we go. That's it, Oisin, good. And over the head.
All right. So now, a couple of L stance movements. So we're going to go into L stance with middle block. Underneath. This way. L stance will be just like this if you're not used to it. 70% on this leg, 30% on the front leg. So, underneath the middle block. Under. Back. And back. Forward. Forward. Back. And yes. Same stance now. Watch out for this one, Scott. See this hand? Hand lives here. Okay, so everybody will want to finish. So this time, knife hand strike, but even for the middle block, hand goes to the hip. Knife hand strike, hand goes to the hip. So the same thing. This time we come from on top, and we are trying to take the head off. Forwards, forwards, back, and back. Forwards, and forwards, back, and back. Okay. All right. This time, we go into the 2 blocks that are very similar. Forearm and knife hand guarding block. So forearm first. Hand in front of the chin, other hand higher and behind. And we make the forearm guarding block. Knuckles as high as the shoulder, and forearm here. When we come foot to foot, and do the other side. 1, 2. 1, 2. And when we bring our feet together, and you'll see this if you look at the quizzes and some of the videos I put out here. You bring the feet together, all the weights on my left leg here. My knee is still a little bent, but I changed my weight onto my right leg, and I'm going to drop a little bit because I've taken the weight off here. So I just lift and drop. Change, and we do knife hand. So now, we're blocking here with the edge of the hand, sampa. But everything else looks the same. So I bring my hand in front of my chin, the other hand higher and behind. So I open it out so my fingertips are as high as my shoulder. And keep going. Towards the center, back, back. Towards the center, back, and back. Okay. We're getting the L shapes there. Well done. Let it move. Get it a little bit away from the body. Let the hands swing. We can make it fast. Last one, and here's your challenge. Sankalmak Maki. Crossing the hands. This one, that's on the outside, okay, away from the other one, is going to do a rising block. The one that's on the inside is going to go and do a middle block, okay? So this hand looks just like this thing. Now I have a rising block. So we go this one to the middle. Top one comes down, front one comes back. Top one comes down, front one comes back. 2 more times.
That's it. Let's get going.
We get the idea. We might
So
not
the
be
hand there.
perfect, especially for the yellow tags, but a good try is very important. So the hand that's high is over the most bent leg. Okay, so that is the yellow side. So Oisin in particular, that's what we're looking at for you, those hand techniques. Ryan and Matthew and Scott, we're up to you guys, okay, that kind of thing. So here's where we're going. You go hands crossed in front of the chest, blocking out eye height and shoulder width. So this is at a forearm wedging block, as high as your eyes, as wide as your shoulders, and the arms are forward very slightly, so they're not up here, very slightly forward. Okay, very easy one. This is easier than everything we've done before, really, because it's symmetrical. We go back, we go back, and forward.
That's it. Remember, the hands come towards the chin away, towards the chest and away. That's it, Matthew. But throw them, Matthew. Come on, let's get a bit of speed there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
not too wide, not too wide, Scott. Just as wide as your shoulders.
That's it, and you give it a bash anyway. Even if you don't need them yet, they're so easy to learn. Now we go on top, back to back. Just like you had both of your top blocks, but higher. And we block eye height and shoulder width. Not shoulder width, but shoulder line. Okay? And back. And the attack is coming directly for the chin. And we're blocking out with the forearm here. So let's see 8 of those. Nice, Ryan. Yeah, and you can cross just about the shoulder level, so knuckles about the shoulder level, and explode out. Go on, Matthew. Now take your time, don't bounce at the end of the movement. This time we come from underneath. And back this. And the goal here, we are hitting with the back knuckles right up here, cheekbone or temple. So, under, nasty. Back, back. You get the concept. Yes, and this one we can bring a little lower and come up slightly. All right, here's our next one. W shape with the hands, back towards the shoulders, and exploding forwards, hitting with the fingertips. These 3, 1, 2, 3 fingertips like this. Okay, straight in. This is for the throat, solar plexus, soft parts, and you go like this. Back, forward. The other hand is just going to rest underneath, elbow on the 2 big knuckles. Back. Let's go back. Try forwards. And again. And you go back. And again.
That's it. Thinking like we're stabbing. Boom, yeah.
All right.
So not.
That's it. Don't let the elbows come up. You don't want a chicken wing. You want to keep the elbows down the whole way through. That's it. Okay. Now we're going to do the low block and the rising block with a continuous motion. Okay. So one breath carries us through. 1 and 2. Let's see how it goes. 1 and 2. Half facing, full facing, block. Good effort, Elliot. Go on. Yes, same hand twice.
What? But make sure that look where that hand was, Scott. So after the first block, everything has to finish. The hand was definitely on the hip.
Okay.
Okay, Matthew, yeah. That's the job, Ryan, yeah.
Okay. Fine. So, one more set of hand techniques, that's it. We're going to do a focus stage with that knife hand strike and sitting stance. And our job is going to go from foot to foot. And do knife hand strike on the other side. We go foot to foot, blocking hand or striking hand on top. And your head is going to look, and then the hand goes. So 1, 1. It makes sense to look where you're going before you go down. Let's go. 8 times. Last one. 2, good. Get it out there.
Drop hand between.
Good. Pull the other hand to the hip.
Just take it from
1, 2, all the way to the hip. Each and every time, all the way to the hip.
That's it. Don't turn the body too much, so the body will be forwards, but the head will look where the strike is going.
For sure. Okay, so let's see what we have. So we're now going to focus on side kick. I need you to grab a chair, grab a wall, grab something solid to hold on to as we start to go through some. Okay, very first thing we're going to do is we're going to climb the ladder. Okay, so we're going to do side kick 10 times, going a little higher each time, bringing the knee up and pressing down. So right and left, we're climbing that side kick ladder. Let's see how we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's it. Pressing that foot away each time. Good.
6,
So we're stay sideways.
7,
That's it.
8, 9, 10. Take your time, suffer with it a little bit. Make sure we lift the knee, start low.
That's it. So you want to make sure you're feel like you're stamping. And remember that bottom foot has to point the opposite way to the kick. That's it, Gene. So just look at your standing foot, point your butt, the other toes towards the stool.
Stay tall. Don't lay yourself back. I want you to try and stay tall. That's kind of important. Okay, here we go. Next one. So we're going to go hip height with the side kick, and we're going to go left, right, tick tocks, just to open at the hip. So, we go here. So left, right, tap, we're going to do 10. Let's have a little look. Good. Try and picture a line straight out from your hip, and you go to one side, go to the other side. Zigzagging over that line.
Tick, tock.
And then, of course, we go to the other leg.
That's it, Matthew. To keep that leg straight. Don't let it bend any bit at all. Lock it out straight. And get side to side.
Okay. Next one. We pop the side kick out straight, and we pulse it. We're going to go for 10. So the leg goes out straight, and we're going like this. 10 times each leg. Good. So don't go too low. Put it out almost as high as you can, and then up. Good. Got to push it. Stop. Below the hip is definitely not the limit of your ability. Come on. We've got to test ourselves a little bit. You know what? Okay. Then we go out again. Hopefully, these sort of exercise, and we're going to do a figure of 8 4 times. So, we go here. And then we go to the other leg. Suppose.
That's it. So you want to keep it small. Small movements to make the shape. That's it again. Pull that big toe back. So the ankle shouldn't be doing like this wiggly, wavy thing as we're going. That's it. So
Yeah.
Matthew, pull those toes back.
Pull the toes back, push the heel into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Now,
It's doing all that.
we're going straight into the kicks, and I want to go from parallel stance first. So we're going to do white belt, yellow belt all the way up. We're focusing on side kick, so toes forward. We're going to have that hands up tall here, almost like a guarding block. The knee is going to come up to about here. We drive the heel out. So just and down. We want it to be strong and snappy. We're going 8 times to the right leg, 8 times to the left. So, not kicking high, hands stay up, head stays tall if we can. and down. That's what we're looking for. Let's see. 8 times. Go for it. I want a quick look. Ah, yeah. Make sure it creases at the end. From here. Leave it there for a second. Keep the hands up. Take your time a little bit. Yes, fine. Good hold at the end. Go drive the hip into it. Not bad, Elliot. Look at the foot. Say, Oisin, go on. You got to look at the foot. That's important. Good. And if you look at the foot and you see your toes are like this, it usually means your bottom foot didn't turn. Yeah? So I really have to push with my bottom foot this way. And lean into it a little bit. Push this way. So when I kick, my bottom foot is turned and I'm leaning into the kick. Yes, it'll really help you get that foot level. Now, same idea. We go 8 more, but from L stance. So now my hands stay the same, my body stays tall. I'm going to straighten up and throw my kick. I go from here, I straighten up and I throw my kick. And again, 8 kicks per leg. Let's go. So this is the yellow tag version. Let's see how we do.
To get that knee back and stamp. We're getting that stamping feeling like we had a moment ago.
I hear it a lot. I can't think of a better way of describing what a side kick should feel like. We're just stamping on the other person's hip. Yeah? Pick it up and jam it in there. Yeah? Make sure Bob or whoever you're imagining is feeling that straight in. Drive it in. Go on, go on, go on.
That's it. And remember, this one is a side kick, so it doesn't bounce straight back. Have to hold for that moment at the end.
Eyes. And if I can, you can see my head pulls away. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to not kick very high, just the hip, and I'm trying to stand tall so that I don't lean away more than I need to. So I don't want to go to this kind of position, okay, to kick that high. That shouldn't happen. So what I want is to stay as tall as I can by kicking to the hip so I can get my balance back and come down. And then we'll work up from there. Now, kicking with the back leg as we go forwards from L stance, and we step forwards each time. Or kick with your front leg and go backwards. But here's the clue, or the trick. My back foot has to come as high as, there we go. My back foot has to be as high as my knee as I go through. And that's to make sure I don't do something like this, which is like a leg raise, a swing, or something like this, which is a turning kick. Bad one for a turning kick. So, foot as high as the knee, lean into it, push through, and step forward. Try 8. So, 2 forward, 2 back maybe. Let's go.
That's it. To drive that heel away. Remember, Scott, this one has to hold. For side kick, you have to hold for a minute with that leg straight at the finish. That's also what makes this one a hard one, is you have to be strong enough to hold with the leg straight.
Sideways already, Scott. Gotta kick stronger to get you more tired. That looked nice, Ryan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's kind of got where we are on side kicks. That brings us up to this level. But I do want to do one more thing, which is take it into sparring and carry. Okay. So a lot of the things that we've been learning on the technical side of the side kick are valid when it comes to sparring. Big thing is that knee lift. You don't want the leg to swing. We want to knee lift to go. So I want you to imagine a target that you need to lift your knee and travel towards, okay? And all I want you to do, find a bit of space, and we're going to go 8 times, okay, with right, 8 times with left, lifting and shifting, going from the sparring stance and going directly to your opponent. The really, really important part is that lift the front leg first, and then the back leg comes. Let's go 8 times. Have a quick look at that one. And that's where we're going to leave it. So let's go.
Good, yes. Now we're thinking sparring. That's it. So different type of side kick to the ones we were just practicing. Still get that kind of stamping or pushing feeling, like you want to push or stamp the person out of the way. Yeah.
Play with it a little bit. Yeah.
That's it. I'm going to lift first. Lift and go. Lift and go. Ah, Matthew, don't let those legs cross. Don't cross the legs. You just want to lift and go. Lift and shift. A little bit of moving first, and we'll never get to land the kick.
Go on and see. Yeah. As you're practicing it, don't go so far away that the lift has to be like really dramatic. Try to just lift a little bit and move. So once I lift my front leg, my back foot has permission to move. And you can even practice just those kind of movements just to get. Okay, finishing with the stretch. So we go from there onto the knees, front splits. We'll just start with that and we'll work our way out into middle splits and finish on those last couple. So for this group, some of you already have exercises in, some of you already have some feedback. If you haven't got your feedback yet, you will by tomorrow, and we keep going from there. And if I know, of course, there's no exercises in, certainly start to get them to us this week. It'll make it much easier on you to get everything done by the finish. So for you guys, we'll be looking to finish on the 31st of March. Okay, so still 3 weeks, I'm going to change that. The belts are already here. And all you have to do is keep straight legs.
Oh no, big push. So now we're into middle splits.
Only going to wait 20
On Gene. Legs straight now, Gene. Into middle splits. So the legs are straight now, Gene. That's it, Matthew. Big push. Good stuff. Oh, no, Sheen. Oh, Elliot, you stopped. Why'd you stop? We're at middle splits now. There you go. Come on. Yeah. Go on, Gene. Push, 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 push.
Keep the hands towards the floor. Nice way together. A little bit of a rock onto your hamstrings.
That's it. Take your time coming out of it. Slowly bringing the feet together. Slowly bringing them together so that we can feel a stretch as we start to come out of it.
Bend the knees and good. So there we finish, folks. And on Wednesday, Mr. Williams will be taking you through it, hopefully without any internet troubles. And hopefully, I'll keep an eye on it at home. Cheerio. Saturday gay. Take one. Thanks, folks. Good night, goodbye, and we'll see you on Wednesday.